Naivety.
Yes.
Naivety.
Yeah, naive, definitely naive, but it's very difficult playing with someone that is making some of the decisions that Brandon is making. So it will affect how you look. It's got what he said with Wan-Bissaka and not having that connection with the right winger. So maybe I don't know. The sooner Shaw comes back, the better.
All right, cool. Sorry, are we back from power?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8 today again. First half, I don't know what's going on, but what happened is Matic and Maguire and Lindelof became a 3 at the back. I don't know if you've seen it, guys, but it became a 3 at the back, and then they're almost like saying, I don't know what the tactics was, but it was like 3 or 3, Vardy, Timberlands, and another player almost broke his 3. And I thought, we can't be doing that. The second half, all defenders are unit, and then it all became composed as unit. And then that's when Harry Maguire started to get the blocks in, started to get the headers in, and started to become a bit more composed. First half was dreadful. He started doing passes from the back, you know what I mean? Started to mess around and whatnot, and was making awful decisions. But I thought that block from Vardy to make him like a bit like, questioning. So I thought that was brilliant, that first half. And I think that galvanised him and thought, you know what? Let's get into the game now. Yeah, so for me, he gets an 8 today.
Adam?
I give him a 7 today. I hear everything that the lads are saying. Also, big shout out, first player since Gary Pallister to play all 38 Premier League games in a season, Harry Maguire. Like we've all been crying out for a centre back that doesn't get injured. Well, I think that deserves a point on its own, doesn't it? Maguire. He just doesn't get injured. He's solid, isn't it? I understand. It's interesting. Saeed touched on that. We were slaughtering McTominay for that. So is that not a shout out to say that's probably Ole making them play that way? Because that's happened with 2 players now. Because he did it at Palace.
Yeah. But it's not good though, Adam, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't want that.
I don't like it at all. I think they get in the way. They get in the way of each other. Matic can play a little bit further forward because I feel like without Matic a little bit further forward, like he was in the second half, he doesn't give the defenders an option. We all remember that scene in the Chelsea game when Maguire's running around like an endless chicken with a ball. Yeah. If you watch Matic's movement, Matic doesn't know which way he's going. It was like Sabutio wanted the players just wobbling all over them. They didn't know where they were going. Just get out of each other's way. Yeah. We're going to do it again then. Get out of each other's way and just get in your position. It's so much easier. Point proven second half because it's flowed. Defensively, absolute rock solid second. I think Maguire stood on the ball one moment in the first half. But I think didn't say touch on that half block that came from that cross. Vardy there, that was important. Because I think that was it after that. Like
so 7 from you, Adam, yeah?
Yes, it was 2 good performances in a row for Maguire. That's all. Yeah, encouraging again.
Staying with you, Adam. Brandon Williams.
I didn't think he had a bad game today. I thought going forward in the first half, probably one of our better players. Some really good interceptions. He read the ball well. There was a funny moment when Matic was telling him where to go, and it was like he just went, no, and just went the other way. He went and did his own thing. It made me laugh. That Vicky will probably give him a 2 out of 10 for not listening to Matic for that one. But no, it was. I thought after the struggles against West Ham, which were clear, I thought he had an alright game. He defended reasonably well as well. There was only a couple of occasions when he was sort of really having to put the afterburners on to get back in position, but most of the game positionally was decent. I just feel like their main threat really wasn't coming down that side for me. I thought it was down the other side where we had probably, and that's stupid for them because you don't go down Bazaka's side, that's just brain dead. But like KG said, you ain't going down there because you're going to get slipped. Simple, innit? But I thought going forward he was good. I just think we hit a brick wall when we went forward in that first half. Sort of like a mental block. It was just like stop, play sideways, try and be safe. It felt like a safe setup. And the defence really shouldn't have gone wrong and didn't go wrong with it for me. I just thought it was one of them games where it was suited to the defenders more. I think he gets a 7 as well for me. Nothing really bad, nothing fantastic, but clean sheet again, part of that defence.
Part of it, exactly. Saeed, did you agree with 7?
Yeah, 7 for me. I thought when Andrew Gay came on, I was like, oh, gonna get twisted up about, but I don't know, man. You know what it is with Brandon Williams? He's heart on his sleeve, and he's like a Macedonia boy. Let's round him. Yeah, sorry?
It's like a kung fu film. Like you're speaking, and it's like offside. You
him, and I love that. So for me, he stands up. I don't really listen to him short, but I still think that. I think maybe if he goes out on loan next season, I think that's a good shout for maybe Brandon to go out on loan next season. Maybe bring a left back in, and then Brandon Williams out on loan, get him more coming. And I think he could be a Man United left back too. I really do. So for me, he gets 7.
KG? I'm not going to argue with the 7. There was a little moment when, I don't know if it was Matic's fault, but you know when Albrighton got in around the back on that side. Yeah, but then again, I might be doing like an end of season type vibe, but the bravery shown in terms of the injury that he got a few games ago, and then stepping in when we needed him. This has been a great breakout season for him. So I'm getting with a 7. He is a brave player. We've thrown him in, we've thrusted him in. Think about it, this guy's from the academy, and this game mattered, yeah, and that's who they played. You got to give him ratings for him, man. 7.
Okay, kicking things on. That's 20 minutes, and we've only done the
Very bright. Well,
That's not your fault. That's fine. Right. Staying with you, KG. Matic, what are you giving him?
Matic shaky in the first half, but then I'm gonna have to give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. Very shaky. I was worried. First half, and then Matic was moving Matici. Yeah.
Sorry, just for the viewers, can you just clarify the spelling of Matici?
I can't, bro. Do you know?
Would you just stick a Y on the end of
I
Matic?
done foundation English, man. Don't put me up with something like that. Alright, cool. Check this
Yeah,
out.
I'm better foundation English, man. Hold tight, them badness.
Foundation English, obviously, like, I struggled and, done it in college, so yeah, C-gang.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's move forward. Hey, Flex, you promote VTEX and that, innit?
100%.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
And you know what? Even in the second, I had to retake my maths actually.
Yeah.
Bit in college as well, so I got E the first time. So listen, if you don't get it the first time, you go again.
There you go. Plug that. Let's get a £5 for that. Let's go. Wait, moving into it, I'm gonna say Matic was a bit poor in the beginning, but 7 for me because second half, he started doing the dark arts that you like in football. Like giving away these cheeky fouls, stopping the rhythm of play, and just starting to look like Matic again. And I really think that what happened is the fatigue really kicked in to show Matic performance. Matic cannot play as many games as he wanted to play a week. You know what I mean? But he will pull out good performances. Like 1 game a week for Matic, I think that's good. If we can get someone that is going to play with him, or McTominay can be ready, whoever it is, Timothy, it will be good. But I'm happy with Matic. 7 for me.
Saeed?
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing first half, mate. It was shocking. About all. Ricky, for me, cannot say anything about that first half. What he'll do, Ricky, is he'll get the second half clips out, and he'll say, look at him there. You know what I mean? He'll say, oh, we didn't say we're going to concede the goal. Yes, I understand that, but first half was shocking, and I call it. First half, kept you the ball away, kept getting in position where he did. Second half, though, it turned into like a beast. Like, I don't know what it turned into, but it turned into like a beast. And then the rest is history. I mean, I think I would give him the 7 today. Second half was unbelievable.
Alright, fair enough. I hear that. I'm just worried about Saeed's finger. The internet connection keeps messing up a bit. I don't know if you want to take yourself out and bring yourself back in again. It's moving mad. I've made an executive decision.
Finish.
Oh.
You took him out.
He needs if he brings himself out and then comes back in again, you're right. Matic is done.
It's like we've just gone up in head-size order there. It's like,
Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. He's back. If I show you the Saeed, hold on. If I show you the Saeed that I've got from the last one, it's this. Oh, it's not even there. There you go.
There you go, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me there you go. Right. Cool. On to the rest of the midfield. Bruno Fernandes. You did do Matic. Sorry.
The one who looks like him apparently to everyone. If he gets a rating. Yeah, I agree with what the guy said there. It was credit to him that he went from about a 3 rating up to about a 7, just simply for his second half performance. JK, that one moment in the first half, that's what we've been doing, that's what we've done to our teams. I mentioned this earlier on. That's what them teams are waiting for. They're waiting for that silly moment from United, and that's the only way we've conceded. I know it seems like I'm banging on about it, but it is. That's the way you beat United. You give them the ball. And apart from that, then going into the second half, wow, what a different animal. KG said it, the dark arts, the midfielder you want, but the space from him in the defence was so much, it was better, it's where it should be. That's how we have been playing. Because then he's just got that line, and anything goes past him, it's easy for the defenders to pick up, rather than being on top of each other and getting mixed up. So, yeah, the heading ability was, I wish he did that against Southampton, but you know what, he was immense in the air in the second half in the box as well, and his passing just went back to the Matic of the Sheffield United game. It's ridiculous. A game and 2 halves are in, but I agree with the lads. They're definitely comfortable 7 for Matic.
Yeah, he picked it up for sure. KG, Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes again. Not, you can say not the best of games. You know, time distance he kicked in, but then, as Adam says all the time, them moments. Them big moments in the game which count. And yes, I don't know who picked up the ball. Was it Greenwood that got into the ball? And then it was a Bruno Fernandes that put the ball in a danger place for Shaw to run onto. For me, just for doing that and then coolly putting it away, I'm giving him a 7. It was like I want to give him higher, but again, he had little moments in the game when you could tell he was visibly frustrated,
jaded. Oh, he looked knackered that one.
But he's come and he saved our season. So Bruno, just because of what I just said, he's an 8, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to, because he saved us. Reckless. Reckless. Oh my God, we're bad.
Alright, cool. Saeed?
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with anything that KG said, but I'm not going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him a 7. A reasonable 7.
Yeah. Okay, fair play. Adam?
Yeah, well, it was Bruno who played it flex, didn't we? We know we discussed it.
Yeah, I mean, I said I'm back, but now I'm trying to remember what it was.
It did.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It's like you said, KG said it there, like I said it. When you need him, a bad performance for Bruno is a 7, and that says it all, doesn't it? When he's a 7 on a bad day, then you know he's a game winner. I mean, is he at double figures near enough now? It's close to double figures, isn't it?
As you lot are talking, I'm just trying to get the game up.
He's definitely on the team of the season. For me, he has to get the team.
He has to be, mate. He's 100% has to be. I think when he came in, how many points we were behind?
Yeah.
Frightening.
I don't even know.
Frightening.
He has to be on the team of the season. If Jordan Henderson's about to win the Premier League, be Premier League player of the season, then Bruno Fernandes has to be the team of the season.
That'll be interesting.
It will be. No other manager or no writer or anyone is going to not put Bruno in their team. Guaranteed.
100%.
There's only De Bruyne ahead of him.
Right, Mason gets it, and first time pass from Bruno.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it is, by Bruno's standard, it is a...
Oh my God, listen to the stats from Bruno. At 14 this season, at Sporting, 15 goals and plus assists, yeah? He's the first at Sporting, even though he left. At Man United, 15 goals and assists, 3rd in the Premier League. Like,
There you go. Season.
you can't, that was...
Unbelievable. But that is a season rating, and we know how good he's been. Alright, let's kick this on. Has everyone had their Bruno rating?
Yeah.
Paul Pogba, Adam.
Not the best today again. It's hard to judge Pogba today because I thought he was doing more defensive work than he would normally be. I just felt like it was, like I said, the game was set out in a defensive way for me from the way it goes itself, and that takes Pogba's attributes out of it for me. Yeah, he is a presence, and he was a good presence for us in the box as well. He put his weight around. Luckily, we put him in the right part of the wall, and he didn't even put his hands up when Gray had that free kick. But no, I mean, he never really did it. He had a nice moment in the first half with some good skill that set up Martial's effort. That was nice. That's where I like to see Pogba playing. But the way it was going today, it was just all about the result and making sure that there was no mistakes. He played his part, but I would probably say, in terms of, I'd probably give him a 7, to be honest, just in terms of the way he did his job defensively, and he took one for the team again today. I felt there was a lot of players doing that today. They were taking one for the system, and no one's going to complain because we won the game. It was that I think Leicester probably got their tactics wrong in the end. because they needed to do more. I just thought they sort of played into our defensive sort of hands in a way.
Get Vardy isolated and then get him running in, get a shot.
Did his job, got the free kicks when we needed one, some free kicks. And you could tell there was a moment there when he got really frustrated with the referee. And he was frothing at the mouth. He was just like, he was raging. I don't see, and that's passion I want to see. And that's just him. He could have killed the game off there and then for us, and that was the frustration that he had. So I'm going to give him a 7 for his all-round effort. He didn't really do anything wrong, but he was restricted in what he could do today for me.
KG? Same with me, giving him a 7. Again, he played in a beautiful ball, but then I think Bruno was offside.
Yeah.
I think he had another one, you know, when he played it. Was there a Greenwood one with the header?
Yeah, with the header.
Rashford. No, Bruno. Yeah. Bruno as well, Bruno. The one with Bruno, where he was offside.
Yeah.
That's not what he did.
Yeah. So, like, I would say, again, I'm going to give him a 7. Defensively, it's hard to see what the Pogba's doing defensively, but he does get you out of trouble sometimes. He was under the cushion at little moments, especially in the first half, and I think he did come in, break it up. And obviously, you're not looking at Pogba to do that, so it's hard for you to appreciate it, but he has been just as important for the midfield as Bruno has been, but in a totally different way. So I love it. 7 for me.
Sai, do you agree with that?
Yeah, 7 for me. I thought first half, I just want to mention first half when he made a diagonal ball. I hate that diagonal ball. That Leicester could have went on and broke them. So
That one.
yeah, oh man, I should have seen that. I got the remote and I threw it, man. Because I was like, what are you doing, man? That's the worst.
We're very lucky. We won it straight
Well
back up.
done.
I know it's not good.
Yeah.
I thought it was stuck again today. I thought it was done. Oh yes, man. I thought it was stuck again today. I thought it was dogging today. That's what I like. That's why I'm giving it a 7. I would have put it to a 6, but I thought because of his all-round tenacity and the way he like showed a bit of grit today. I think 7's about the right one for the team.
It goes back to the thing that I always say with Paul Pogba, because I love the guy and I know what he's capable
Got
of.
level.
I always say I want him to do the simple things consistently. And there was a couple of times today, not even just today, since he's been back off the lockdown, he's played well, but the last 3 games, it's a few of the basic stuff, and he kind of been putting us in trouble sometimes. But like you said though, KG, I think he done a bit off the ball and stuff like that. But I probably would have went with a 6. Quite a game for him, but you can see the energy he was trying to put in and the passion that he was showing. Okay, into the front 3. Let's go with that. Is that everyone? Yeah, that is everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, Mason Greenwood.
Greenwood today, it was again. I think he was restricted because of the way we was playing. There was no fast-flowing, breaking football today. The forward line was starved, I thought, in terms of what was the actual game plan. I thought again, he did some good tracking back. There was a moment in the first half I seen him where Wan-Bissaka was nowhere to be seen. He was more inside covering another player, and he did his job, Greenwood. He was very, very disciplined, which, like KG said with Pogba there, will go unnoticed, and people go, oh, he's the young lad, he's 17 goals this season. He's not done it today, but you know what? He did it in another way again. You know what? I mean, we all praised Rooney when he did it for Ferguson, so I think we need to praise the likes of Greenwood today as well, because there was no mistakes. This is what we did. If we cancelled out our mistakes, then there was no way Leicester would beat us today. And that's what we did. We backed each player up in their positions defensively. And all in all, it was just a solid performance. We needed to get a job done. And we went and did it the ugly way. Just some games like that, we didn't play well, but we just done a double over Leicester.
Whether you're challenging for the title or challenging for any objective.
So on that
games like that, really not at it, but
on that basis, I'm going to give him a 7 as well, because I thought the whole team was playing in one round way today. I thought we was all playing solid defensively and just taking what chances we had. We knew what we had to do, and eventually, as the game was going on, you could sort of see what we were doing. At first, I thought, and I mentioned it in my fan comment, I thought we're playing exactly how Brendan Rodgers was talking before the game. We're just playing exactly how it was, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's like, well, they've got to score. So, and we was not making a mistake. So we knew as long as we played to our defensive abilities and we all played as a team, Leicester weren't beating us today, and that's how it came across in the end. So I'll give Greenwood a 7. Again, part of that, and he was, like I said, nothing really went down that right hand side, did it? With Greenwood and Wan-Bissaka, even though they tried to target it for some strange reason.
Yeah, defensively sound, putting a shift in the Mason.
Right. He'll come a day. He'll come another day for us and win us a game, maybe in the Europa League.
Easily. There was a touch that he brought the ball down and just played it to someone in the first half.
He looks after the ball so well.
I went, watch it, bro, watch it. I thought, wow, was that mate? He just cushioned that in his own box to someone.
And to be fair though, he played a big part in getting us the goal, so definitely deserve it for that.
There you go. KG, what are you giving Mason Greenwood?
I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I thought he was probably one of our most offensive players in the first half, actually, that was trying to drag us forward, because there was times in the game when I was like, what is going on here, where it looked, things were disjointed, and I don't know if the pressure was getting to the players, but he wasn't fazed by the pressure one bit. He literally was in that game, and he was like, give me the ball, I'll try and do something, and I loved it. Even the defensive part that you saw when he was literally behind Wan-Bissaka, like, what is going on? The tactical knowledge to know where to be, I love it. Then to press the ball, he played the key part in us getting that penalty. So well done to him, man. Again, another one, breakout season, 7.
Worked hard. Sure. Sai, do you agree with 2 7s?
I'm in the middle, really. I'm like, because of Rashford's performance, I don't want to be too hard to Rashford, so I'm in the middle of 6 or 7. But I'm just looking at the way I don't know if you've seen it, but he put the ball in the air and he literally volleyed it all the way on the side of the pitch. So that just shows you how defensively determined he was today. So I'm going to give him the benefit. I'll give him a 7. But yeah, 7. I'll go with 7 because I thought he came back. I said him like on the edge of our box defending. So got to give it to him, man. But 18 years old as well.
Fair play. And staying with you, Saeed Rashford then.
For me, he gets a 5, man. I'll be real with you. I don't want to be sound harsh on him, but today was poor for Rashford. I don't know. Again, it's tired legs. I know it's mentally draining, but the simple things today, he did it wrong for me. And I know maybe, you know what I mean, we could talk about in hindsight, we still won today, but I just thought the key moments, he tried too hard. And there was a moment where it was a simple pass. I think it was into Martial, and he just, I don't know what he did, but it was too much power, and it was like, I don't know.
He played it behind him as he was
that's
running.
it for me.
Yeah,
like, this is not anything against Rashford or whatnot, but I'm just basing it today on evidence of today. I thought for me it was a 5. It was an okay performance, but it wasn't a Rashford performance we all know where lightning is, you know what I mean, it's quick, it's energy, it's like, you know, it's in behind, running behind. There was a few moments where, you know, had a few one-on-one situations, but just for me today, Rashford wasn't there today. I don't know where he was.
I feel like he was playing within himself. He's playing so deep, and it's like he doesn't want to go at fullback the last couple of games. James Justin played really well, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Know the family. He's a local guy. Got bought last year from Luton, so he's doing his thing. But yeah, Rashford just didn't really want it with him, and it was the same in the West Ham game. Just didn't really want it with that Johnson kid as well. And I don't really understand that. But there was a certain time after lockdown where he has stepped up. I mean, I hadn't been doing it throughout. He would come to perform in the right time. There's a little 2-3 game period where he was shit hot, doing really well, and just kind of tailed off since then. KG, what are you giving him?
I'm going to give him I feel like a 6 is about right. Defensively, he was doing his job. He was putting his body in where it needed to be. Again, it wasn't really the tackle, but in terms of like just shape and stuff, which is brilliant. The sad thing for me was he took this touch when the ball bounced over a defender. He took the first touch, and I was like, Rashford hit it.
Just finesse it.
Do it. And again, I think Saeed said he's playing within himself, and I don't understand that again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in terms of that moment there. I was like, that was a key moment. Then the other time when he got it near and drilled it at Kasper Schmeichel, you know, Kasper put up a good save, but it's like, Rashford, man, like, I know that you're the man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're on the level, I feel like you're on the level of Martial, or you lot are neck and neck. And at the end of the season, I feel like Martial was literally just stepped it up a bit, and he's left Rashford wanting in terms of finishing, not all round play, because this season we're seeing the new assist merchant of Rashford, and people finishing the chances that Rashford's creating. We're talking a madness right now. He's putting the ball in a good place, but I just want to see him become a bit more lethal in front of goal. But yeah, 6 of me. I don't know what to give.
Yeah, it's one of them for Rashford. We're all judging him because of the standards that he set at the start of the season. And like you said there, KG brought comparing him to Martial there. If you look at the actual season stats, he's actually ahead of Martial. They played exactly the same games. He's ahead in key passes and all areas. People seem to forget it, but then he sort of set a standard for the game. But it's no coincidence Flex touched on his good games. His last one was Palace, and it was absolutely awesome. So why the next 3 games you just go straight off like that? And I look at it and I go, you know what? Today as a midfielder, he was great. But I want him as a forward. His passing and his long range passing at the moment is spectacular. But I feel like when he's doing the simple things, touching it there, it's not completely there. The easy ones are not good. But let's not forget that ball he put in to Greenwood on his head as well. Another assist that could have been there. He's got the vision and he's got it there, but not to run at a player for 3 games straight is strange to me.
I feel like that. I feel like he's kind of going. Let me just let me see what's going on, and I'll try and find someone. As opposed to, let me just get the ball from the man.
The killer instinct, like KG said, just you know what? Forget it. You're a level above anyone you're playing against, and you know like if he goes at anyone, it scare him to death. But I feel like it's got to such a precious stage of the season that they've all sort of, because none of our midfield and forward line have been fantastic. They've all gone into the shell a little bit. We've just had the odd moment which has got us through.
Yeah.
But I think today was more about being combative and just giving Leicester absolutely nothing at all. And you know what? At the end of the day, the tactics worked, mate, didn't they? They absolutely worked. Yeah, I give Rashford a 6 as well. Probably the worst of the front line today. But I understand why. I understand why he was doing a different role. And there's no way a player like him who thrives on running at players will hold back deliberately himself. I feel like he's sort of under some sort of order from Ollie in that way, because he don't go from Palace destroying a Palace defence, absolutely destroying them, to not doing anything at all. It's strange, but his time he'll come again. He'll win us the Europa League, something like that, and then we'll have it around.
Hopefully. KG, Anthony Martial.
Anthony Martial, I'm gonna go over 8. You got the fatigue sitting in for you, man, as well. I can see you lot getting tired. Well, I'll say 8 for me. It's not a service today, but again, in terms of being where he needed to be in the match, perfect today. Even that run that gets us the penalty, the players don't know what to do with him.
Right place, right time, all the time.
It's not a surprise that players like him are winning penalties. You don't want to touch him in a box, but if you don't touch him, he will put it away. It's just like, what do? Catch 22 penalty, 14th of the season. He plays a big part in that. It's an 8 for me.
Solid. He's involved in everything good right now, Martial, on his side.
Yeah, man, just the hold up play against us, man, it's second to none. And I feel like sometimes he maybe deserves a kind of like play of the season because of the fact that he's changed his like. For me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I called it me. I thought United needed number 9, and I said to you, Harry Kane was probably needed by United to score goals, but something's changed about Martial. I don't know what's changed, but it's the fact that he believes in himself now, and he believes he can fight for his position, and he's almost saying to himself, I'm a number 9, I'm not a number 7, I'm not a number 11, I am a number 9, and that's what he is for me now. His hold-up play for me second to none. I want to give him a 7.5, you know. I just feel like, yeah, that sounds about right for me. 7.5.
So,
I can go with the 8 there. Okay, cool.
You know, I don't think that
Yeah. Okay. Adam?
Yeah, interesting you saying touched on it there. Then I had Martial and Rashford as my 2 most improved players this season because they've both nailed down a position. It's like Martial ain't ever going to the left. Martial has adapted a number 9, and you have to give him massive credit for making that role his own this season. No one's getting in. I wouldn't put Rashford in a number 9 ahead of Martial. But then again, I wouldn't put Martial on the wing now. I just feel like Martial's got the tools and the capabilities to be our perfect number 9.
Very next then, before the game, that Mason Greenwood will probably be Man United's number 9 within 12 to 18 months. What did you think about that?
I think, yeah, I know what KG's saying, but if you're looking for an out-and-out striker, 2 feet, Greenwood would be Martial's main competition, because I don't think Rashford comes into it. Rashford's a winger, always was a winger.
The argument is then, what would happen is that probably Martial, you might say, okay, Mason looks like the nuts at number 9, left foot, right foot, give him more chances, cool. But yeah, Martial ain't getting dropped. He's going to go on the left.
Mate, we just talked talked about it before we came on. What we're talking about here. We're going to try and compete with City and Liverpool. We need competition for places. This is Man United. Cole, York, Solskjaer, Sheringham. You know what I mean?
I love it.
All these players. Remember the one time we had Tevez, Berbatov, Rooney and Ronaldo going forward? How did we play them? Well, we needed a game and Fergie threw all 4 of them on and we scored 5 in the second half. This is United. I don't care if it's Rashford fighting for a position with someone on the left, if a Sancho comes in. If it's Greenwood and Martial fighting, it's what you need.
He is that he should be fighting for.
Yes, that's it. And Martial will fight, you know what I mean? Got his number 9 shirt back and he ain't taking it off him. He's going to fight now. He's got the bit between his teeth, and you know what? He's got an absolute quality player coming up behind him in Greenwood, because I do feel like that right hand side is it's okay for Greenwood. He plays both feet and you don't know which way he's going, but you can imagine a number 9 who hits the ball as well with both feet like Greenwood does. That's scary ball.
Maybe with the going forward, you know, you give Martial something, you bring in a Greenwood, you've got Sancho on one side, Rashford comes off for 60 minutes, you bring in Martial. That's what we want to make teams think.
These guys should not. For me, Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood have not made it enough to say they are almost arrogant enough to say I am the star. They haven't been. Ronaldo, Messi, Griezmann, Suarez, them kind of players you can say, yo, I'm thinking about these as world-class players. These are not world-class players.
No, but they are the most deadliest trio going forward in our
One
league.
of the points that you have to take into consideration is he realised Oli brought in Agallo for the hold-up thing. Yeah, and to be that. Yeah, and it
made it better.
It pushed Martial to say, listen, okay, they're saying that I can't play this role, and I know that Oli needs it. I know he needs someone that can play with his back to goal, turn and move. And then Oli also said, I need a striker that's not going to score the sublime ones. I want you, them cheeky ones, you know, running across the face of the defender.
All across the pitch, mate.
All the stuff that Oli said that he needed from him, he actually implemented and done. Oli has made Martial a better striker, and I dare someone to tell me wrong, because you looked and said the most improved players is Rashford and Martial, and they're both strikers. And
exactly.
So it is what it is, man.
No, it's across the board. KG nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Across the board. Look at the other areas of the pitch. McTominay came in on Matic. What happened to Matic? Changed his game. Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams. Shaw turns into undroppable. And you've got the same. Martial's got Ighalo now. Because Ighalo can't play on the wing, and everyone moans, why is he always bringing Rashford off? Because why does he never bring Rashford off for Martial? Because Ighalo can't go out on the wing. He's like KG said, he's the centre forward. And, you know, it makes players better. Simple. Like, look at Pogba with Bruno now. You know what I mean? Standards go up when you've got competition. And Martial is only going to get better every single season he plays now. And Greenwood will push him all the way. Add more to that in the summer, and that's what you need going forward. That's why City's bench has got the likes of Mahrez and Silva sat on it.
We need to be in that situation. Having said that, what rating are you giving him?
I gave him a 7.
Oh, that was 7.
I'm thinking, all of this is fantastic, but I still don't know what Adam's rating. But that's just Adam. He just forgets and he goes with it. But the substitution. Look, Jesse Lingard put the cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah, 7.
10 for resurrection. He resurrected himself and scored, bro.
And that's why he's a squad player. Flex. That's why people need to respect Jesse Lingard as a squad player. I believe he can add qualities as a squad player for Man United.
I think that was a parting gift.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. What are you talking about, bro?
No, I'm saying that we need to respect him as a squad player. He's a squad player.
I respect him as a man, and I hope he does well in his future. But that was perfect send off for Lingard for me. I think he's earned it.
So?
Yeah, I think he's been there in time. I don't think he's. It's like, let's be honest. When we've got a fully fit squad next season, does Lingard get on your bench?
Same.
Look at your match day squad.
I think, you know what it is here for me with Jesse Lingard? When he need energy and when he need to change things around, I think Jesse Lingard could be a good player to bring on for that energy.
No,
I really do. I think for me, I would take out Pereira. I would ship out Pereira.
I'm with you, yeah, and I've enjoyed everything you said today. But them energy signings, that's old school. That's the other
I understand that, but I still think as a squad team,
we're not quality.
This is what I meant. This is interesting you should say, because going back to De Gea there, I think He needs like a Hendo coming in just to say, look, Dale, you drop a bollock, you're out, son. That's it. And he won't drop them again.
I think with Jesse, I think he's had his chances to be the number one guy in the right wing, in number 10, left wing. He's had ample opportunity. And just for, I think, his own career, Ollie's made it clear with his selections. As well as you know, Lingard openly admitted his head's not been in football. Maybe Ollie should have just said to him, actually, just take some time and just go. Not go as in, but I mean, like, just give him a holiday. Just let him, you know what I mean? Keep training, but allow the matchday squads. Just, you know what I mean? Maybe that would have helped him in hindsight. Who knows? But obviously, they've had some personal discussions, and you know what I'm saying. But I didn't. Do you know what? I wanted to stay away from kind of like, oh, that means well. I wanted to respect him because
Exactly.
You know, I get what you're saying. But I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, don't know if it's his last game and it's not out there like that. But it was the icing on the cake. It was.
No, but if you love Lingard, you want to see him push. Like, I don't have a problem with Lingard. I'm talking about the next phase. Yeah, the next phase. And I want to see Lingard starting. I want to see Lingard when they talk about could he play for England again. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Right now, you're not getting that. So I would like him to have like these Tom Cleverley moments where you go somewhere else and you shine, because he has got quality. But right now, are we pushing up to the next level? I think
We're on another phase.
Yeah.
So, finish rating, just to finish it off now before we get to Ollie's rating. We're giving him a 7, 6?
7.
Yeah, 7. McTominay came on quite late.
Yeah,
5. Igalo came on. Yeah. Right, okay, last bit of marathon. Saeed, listen, I want you to give me 2 ratings. One's going to be for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's season, and one's going to be for this game. So for this game, what rating does he deserve, considering what was lying on it, kept a clean sheet, won the game 2-0? And secondly, what is his rating for the season? He's got us 3rd.
It's been a roller coaster. And for this game, I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah.
And for the season, not gonna lie to you, the way it's come out, we are 3rd. I'll give him an 8.5. 8.5. That's respectable.
Fair, 100%. I think Sophie said in her fan comeback, she goes, I can't give Solskjaer a 10 for this season. Liverpool won the league. Like, you can't.
Well, there you go.
You got, but I think in terms of looking after our own business and the best we could have done for our season, 8's a good score. KG, what are you giving Solskjaer?
You know I'm getting,
And
you know I'm getting ultimate record. So listen, for this game today, I'm definitely gonna give him I'm gonna do a side and give him an 8.5 for this game today. Reason being, those little moments when I'm like, oh, Ollie, please talk to this man in the drinks break, especially the first and half time. I'm like, what happened there? There was that conversation. Then you could see that he actually did start getting into the chat. But I think Ollie's management style is, I'm gonna trust you, though. I've done a lot on the training ground. I've spoken to you. You don't know exactly how I feel. Yeah, it's not a surprise. You know exactly what I want from you. Go out and do it, and I'll talk to you if I feel like I need to. Do you know what I mean? When you hear from me, it's because it's not going well. It's not going to plan, and I like that from Ollie. Now, obviously, when we do the Flex and KG show, I'll go into more detail why the man is like that. At the end of the season, I'm giving this man a 10, bro, because man, we were calling him a PE teacher. Man had Ollie Gunnar.
10 is a perfect season.
10. Come on, KG, man.
I'm talking about
Perfect season.
no, not that. What he was set out to do. Okay, let's go 9 then. If you don't want to take it down, I don't want to, but it's fine.
Oh, that's nice, alright. Nice, alright.
Why I want to go higher, but I'm talking about he's relaxed his players. He's made our strikers better. He's put competition in the team. He's blooded youngsters. This guy he's had little moments. So we were asking, this is an interim coach. When he first came in, I was looking at that's hilarious. Like, Ollie's gonna be here. Oh, that's brilliant. End of season, Poch comes in. This man spoiled Poch's plans. Poch had all dreams. Poch started leaking to the press. I was there in Barcelona when they won the Champions League. You don't say that for no reason. Poch doesn't like.
What the fuck did I just do there?
You don't, well, not happy, bro. But
Don't disrespect much, man. Don't disrespect him, man.
Here we go.
But what Oli has done is no one was expecting this. He's got third, fam. This is the baby face
So you know what, though? I don't want to sound negative, yeah. I don't want to sound negative, but
You can't
have to put. No, but I'm saying to you that I don't want you to say all the things without thinking about the circumstances as well. You got to understand the circumstances as well.
No, I understand the circumstances is next season he has to prove himself again at another
That's
level.
what I want to say.
I like that last bit there, KG. I like that last bit.
Yeah, next season he has to prove himself at another level, and it changes. I'm saying for the goals that he met, like at this season, finishing the top four. When he finished in the top four, he was third. You can't take it away from him. Now, if we get the players to do this, you can't see when he lift the Europa Cup, yeah. I'm going mad, yeah. Purely who he is and his journey into fortune. I'm happy with that. That's
Cool.
it. Fine. So it's
So
a
9 and an 8.
It's a 9 and an 8. Let's go.
Adam, to close us out, what are you giving Ollie for this game and for season?
Give him exactly the same score as KG just give him then. Because start of the season, I said to you, I said it in my fan camp before, I said I expected us to get fourth, and that was job done. Because we're not competing with City, we're not competing with Liverpool, not a chance this season. We're still not going to compete with them next season. The aim next season is to claw that gap back. That's the target next season. We won't be down to single figures, point-wise, on at least second place. We need to show progression. Gary Neville spoke about it in his commentary. He says you need to be able. It has to be seen that you're making progression. You have to get better each year. So next year, you've got to finish comfortably in the top four and close the gap on the top two. That's the target. You have to look like maybe a window after next season. We could maybe think about challenging because the other teams are aging. City have got to spend a lot of money this summer, and I want him to be ruthless. Talked about Jesse Lingard then. This is where you need to be Pep, Joe Hart, championship winner. See you later, mate. You don't fit my plan. We can't go.
And Manchester United, welcome to Manchester United, the third best club in England and a Champions League club. And I just want to say,
champions. Boom.